Hi, what's up, everybody? It's me, Mav. We're back. It's been a while since we've had a show on Fun Speculation, besides some random Halo streams. How's everybody doing? Thank you for tuning in to Tidbits. This has actually been a couple weeks even since we've done a Tidbits because last week we had a different thing on Monday, I think, and it was kind of it seemed almost pointless to have Tidbits with everything else that's going on, but today is going to be an awesome time because we're going to go through and see the games coming out this week. And as usual, for Tidbits, Fuzzy is joining me. Hey, what's up, Fuzzy?
Hey, what's up, Mav? What's up, everyone? Glad to be here. Some interesting titles coming out this week, and man, just a nice little list of games just before the big stuff next week.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's good. It's kind of like there's some cool stuff coming. It's nothing like major right now, but there's big stuff on the horizon still, right? And then it's going to kind of wind out to the end of the year where there's not a whole lot, But man, there's been so much stuff to play. It's like I honestly, any new games right now besides Halo, it's kind of like I don't know if I'm gonna have any time for them, you know. We'll see though. We'll see. Hey, what's up, Micah Ford in the chat? How are you doing, sir? Thank you for tuning in. How was your holiday weekend, Fuzzy?
Oh, pretty good. Definitely got my fill of turkey and cranberry sauce and stuffing, and no turkey coma, fortunately. But
Yeah.
yeah, we had a decent. We did a smaller scale. We didn't do the full bird this year because too many leftovers from previous times. So we're trying to be more, I guess, useful. I guess.
Right.
But yeah, still a good time. How was it with you and the fam?
Good. We had nice chill Thanksgiving. It's kind of like a nice little break time. You know what I mean? We
Yeah,
didn't have any shows last week. We didn't have much going on. We just kind of took a few days and just relaxed and played video games. And you saw me on some
nice.
streams sometime, right? But we had a feast.
Yeah,
My wife outdid herself as she usually does in the kitchen. If you follow
awesome.
her on Twitter or TikTok or YouTube, you can see some of that stuff. And got some more decorating done earlier
Nice.
today. Felt the fact that hey, it was coming off a holiday weekend though, because we had to bust ass today. I mean, we got a little bit of yard work done, and we had to go run errands and just get lots of stuff done today. It was crazy. Um,
Crazy Mondays.
yeah. And Micah says, "Hey, tough time right now. Cold and Boom have a show going on right now. Yeah, man. Dude, I like to do tidbits usually during the day when it allows, but it didn't allow today. So hey, you know what? Hey, shout out to Colt Eastwood with X and C podcast right now. That's a fantastic show. I don't blame anybody for wanting to watch that right now. You can check tidbits out later, see what games are coming out. Boom. You always know primetime gaming is going to be absolutely amazing. So that's a great show as well. And speaking of Boom, I should be there tomorrow as well. So hey,
Nice.
great guys in the community. Enough room for everybody, and those shows are fantastic with huge audiences. So, but you know what? We got a little thing going on here, and we're gonna do it. So hey, the games releasing for this week. Let's see. I did notice there was one missing. Just to add caveat, real quick, because our buddy in the community, there's actually a couple people. I can't remember. I know one of them was Geezer Prime. Shout out to him. I had mentioned that Grim Dawn was releasing this week, and it's not on this
Mhm.
list. It's releasing on Xbox. It's already been out on PC. So I wanted to point that out as well. Other than that, let's get to these games. All right. First up, Fuzzy, Oddworld Soulstorm.
Yeah,
Another
it's nice to see it
Oddworld?
come.
Yeah. Or this
Yeah,
is
it's nice
the
to.
old one.
Well, I think this is that latest one that was on the PS5
Oh, yeah,
finally
yeah,
coming
yeah.
over to Xbox. So we kind of finally get a taste of it. So it was like a 2 or 3 month exclusive kind of deal. But
Right.
cool
Yeah.
that we get to play it now for any of those that don't have both consoles and things. So that's pretty cool for them.
Yeah. Game Informer, as you can see, gave it a 5 out of. That's not 5 out of 5. They grade on a 10-point scale. That's a 5 out of 10. So I don't know what the meta or whatever, or however the people reviewed this game, but you know what? Reviews are reviews. If you want to see what they had to say, check out GameInformer.com. What's up, BACfromthedead? How are you doing? All right, so did you have a chance to play this ever on PlayStation or?
No, I it's always one of those like fun kind of puzzle like games,
Yeah.
almost like a Lemmings, but more of the current day type of thing. But no, I think I downloaded it and added it to my library from PS Plus or something like that. But I hadn't bothered playing it as of yet.
Yeah. This is definitely a well, this is an ad for Genshin Impact. Man, they always have ads for Genshin Impact on Game Informer. Can Game Informer, I would like you to start taking deals from other publishers, so we can get more than just Genshin Impact ads, please. I wouldn't mind that. I'm just gonna play this trailer here. So yeah, Oddworld, never been really into it. I remember playing the original on like it's a PS1 game.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
And I think there was a couple. There was one that came out on Xbox 360 that a lot of people liked, and I think it had like vehicles and stuff in it. I can't remember the name of that game, but it was different than all the other ones. Quite a bit different. This was kind of a throwback, I think, to the original a little bit.
Yeah, just with like current day graphics, I guess you could say, type of thing.
It never really clicked with me. I guess, it's cool, Game Informer gave it a 5. So that's me. I think on their scale, that's like what, mediocre. It looks like the old school Abe's Odyssey. I know there's fans of this franchise for sure. So hey, it's finally making its way to Xbox and PC, or was it already on PC?
I think
it was already on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, so making its way to Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One
Nice.
today. All right, so next up, Fuzzy, we have Beyond a Steel Sky. Releases tomorrow. I have never heard of this.
I think it's been on PC, not this particular one, but the series I think has been on PC before. It definitely gives me kind of like an Outer Worlds kind of and Fallout kind of vibe to it, but more so Outer Worlds just because of the environment and stuff. But looks kind of cool for its first appearance on console.
Yeah. I'm gonna play this trailer again. Again, we got to fight ads here. I don't know what this is an ad for. This is an ad for Alienware. Cool. Man, you gotta love that. Okay, yeah, I'm checking this out. It looks pretty cool.
Brutally abducted from his village.
What's happened, Foster? Where's my son?
A trail that led to the heart of Union City.
Oh, my, there we go. That was weird. It's like covering up the Oh, I know why that's happening. Okay.
I've been away so long.
Let's do it like that. There we go.
The city looked different.
I don't know who you are, but right now we're both in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this seems pretty cool. Like it's...
Luckily, I wasn't alone for long.
Foster!
It says a cult hit. Like, was it really a cult hit, or are they just saying it's a cult hit?
I
You know what I
think it was on a small scale. Yeah, it
mean?
was
Small
probably a cold hit
scale.
for PC guys earlier on, but I guess this was kind of like a much smaller, lesser known kind of Fallout-ish kind of game for
Right.
the PC crowd.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna, I bet the purchase link is gonna take us to some nonsense. I gotta see. It's actually $149.99.
What?
Beyond a Steel Sky Utopia edition. Holy crap! Maybe this is a cult classic. Like, what is this?
For 149, does it come with a statue that washes dishes or something?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Okay, the Utopia edition includes a base game, the unique collector's box,
Mhm.
exclusive steelbook featuring comic artwork by David Gibbons, 5 holo ad cards, 2 XXL premium stickers, 1 sticker sheet, and an enamel pin. That's a well spent $150 right there. Let me tell you. A 50-page art book and 2 digital comics from David Gibbons.
Interesting.
Hey, you know what? Like this thing, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like this is another world that I'm not familiar with. Of why this game would have this kind of collector's edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's the limited edition. It's $50 for the game. I know that, Jasper. I'm not, like I'm just saying that's a lot for even like any limited edition game, right? So, hey,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people out there that will see the value in that.
Yeah.
I don't know who's all familiar with this franchise. I haven't ever heard of it. So we'll see. Maybe it's gonna do well. Next up, Fuzzy. Evil Genius 2 World Domination. Now, this is coming out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, and Xbox 360. Game Informer has reviewed this previously and given it a 7 because it released on March 30th for the PC. So, are you a Evil Genius fan?
I haven't played any of the previous, but I've seen like the build up to this, and this is kind of along the lines of basically you're the bad guy, you create a headquarters, and you're going to have what would be the normal good guy in the story try to infiltrate the base, but you try to squash them or trap them or prevent them. That's a nice spin on things. It's kind of like was it like reminds me of Minions, or what's the
Despicable Me, yeah, the Gru.
Yeah.
Did y'all know they're making a prequel to that with like a kid Gru, like a teenage Gru?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, I did not know that.
I found that out this morning actually. Like when we're doing our morning routine, like my daughter's like waking up, we'll have like just YouTube videos playing to kind of like make her conscious of the world around her, right? So we like tease her with YouTube, hey, look at this, wake up, right? And there was we were checking out some movie trailers, and it ran through, and one of them was for that. I forget what it was called, but it looked pretty good. Yeah, it had a teenage Gru in it. It was interesting.
The early beginnings of becoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
This looks interesting. Hey, a nugget, everybody. This is coming to Game Pass.
Oh, nice.
So
definitely worth a try.
Yeah. If you want to be an evil genius and you've always been afraid of the entry fee into becoming an evil genius, Game Pass has you covered, because you can now try to become an evil genius at the low cost of $9.99 a month. So, hey, that's gonna be cool. Back from Dead says hopefully in cloud streaming as well. Also, I would add that I would hope this, if it does have cloud streaming, have mobile controls, right? Because
Yeah.
some of these games are built well for mobile controls without, so you don't have to have a controller. And I like those
Mhm.
because, hey, let's say you're going to be sitting somewhere for 20 minutes out in public. All you got is your phone on you. You didn't bring a controller. You didn't bring your Kishi or your backbone or whatever it is, right?
Mhm.
Just nice to pull out your phone and just play sometimes. You
Yeah.
don't get the full experience, but still, I like when these games do that.
Yeah, it's a good time killer while you wait or while you're in line or something
Yeah,
like
or
that.
on the toilet. Let's not lie.
True.
So hey, Game Pass, that comes out tomorrow, everybody. I don't know if it's getting a midnight launch tonight. Or it's going to be lines at GameStop at midnight for Evil Genius 2. I doubt that, but it says the 30th, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why Dauntless is on here. I'm guessing it's getting a Series X and S and PlayStation 5 update.
Yeah.
That's free to play game, right? That's like
Mhm.
kind of like a Monster Hunter-esque clone type game. It has its fans.
Yeah.
So hey, it's getting this X and S update and also PS5. So check out Dauntless. What's up, Peter, Jasper, Back from Dead, Micah? Thank you guys all for being here. Appreciate you. All right, so we got next up Fights in Tight Spaces coming out
Yeah.
for Series X, Xbox One, and PC. This is only on Xbox and PC. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a cool little indie. The thing about it, I thought it came out a while ago, and I've just been waiting, kind of waiting for it. But think of like Super Hot meets John Wick with like hand to
Okay.
hand and the shooting, although not as much shooting, but more so the hand to hand. It's a cool looking little indie game. So yeah, I'm kind of glad it's finally releasing on Xbox. I thought it come out a while ago and missed it, or tried to search it in the store and was like, wait a minute, why am I not finding it? And come to find out it's coming out now.
I'm not gonna lie, Fuzzy. This looks pretty cool. You know what this reminds me of is something like Hitman Go or something like that. But it's it's a little strategy game using cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Fight in tight spaces, or fights in tight spaces. You know what the one rule of fights in tight spaces is?
What's that?
Don't talk about fights in tight spaces. So we're gonna move on. Solar
I thought that was
Ash.
Fight Club.
Well, they're clearly taking some inspiration, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Solar Ash is next up. PS5, PS4, and PC. Jasper in the chat says that Midnight Suns uses that same card system. Yeah, it's looking familiar. All right, Solar Ash, PS5, PS4, PC. Release date is December 2nd. Publisher Annapurna. You were telling me a little bit about this before we went live.
Yeah,
and
Annapurna is kind of they're like, between them and Devolver Digital, I think they're fighting it out on who's going to be the biggest indie publisher. But it's a cool looking game. Like for anybody that played Pathless on, even though it's not the same dev team, but it's a similar type open world, traversal type of game. Although you're not shooting arrows, I think you're just kind of like following like a power stream and things like that. But it looks like a pretty cool indie game.
Yeah, it's very pretty. It kind of reminds me of Journey, just looking at it.
Yeah.
Like wandering around the world or whatever. I never played Journey. Oh, I take it back. I walked a little bit in the sand, I think, for a little bit. And checked it out, but I just did it for a few minutes. I don't know. I never really got into it. This looks pretty good though, man. Like Annapurna has not failed with many of their releases, you know, like what was the one they came out with recently with the guitars and stuff on Xbox?
The Artful Escape.
Artful Escape, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
getting like nominated for some interesting categories, I think, and
Yeah.
it looks really good. This looks good too. Solar Ash, nothing to bat your eye at here. So check it out, Solar Ash. It is like we said, December 2nd. And they don't sell it at GameStop, I guess, or codes or nothing. But you can buy a Garmin Instinct Solar smartwatch for $249.99. It's on sale Cyber Week. You can also get a Hypergear Solar 10,000 mAh wireless power thing. You can also get a 3D solar system for $19.99. All these are the Cyber Week deals. Check it out at GameStop.com. All right, let's go. Next up, I know a lot of Xbox fans are interested in this game because it showed up at the very first event that Xbox put on regarding the Series X. And that was the next gen gameplay reveal, where they had like a few different third-party partners show up. Everybody was excited to see Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay reveal for the first time, and we're very disappointed not to see Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay for the first time after that event. But there was some games that kind of stood out a little bit in that showcase. Chorus was one of them. And it led to some confusion because I think a lot of us thought that it was going to be in Game Pass or be exclusive or what. We didn't know. There wasn't a lot of information. But we do know it's now coming on the 3rd. It's coming out on everything. PS5, Series XS, Xbox One. Sorry, long day. Stadia and PC. And it looks great. It does. I would say it's like one of those like flight space kind of there's a few of them out there. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Like Everspace is probably the main one that I've played that has kind of like that similar space setup. One of the Elite Dangerous, although the Elite Dangerous
is one I was thinking of.
Those are a little bit more hardcore, I think, than Everspace. But this definitely has that type of look, and kind of looking forward to this one as well.
Ooh, a throwback, the announced trailer. This is the trailer that caught everybody's attention to begin with because the graphics looked gorgeous. Back from Dead says GameStop had just the same deals. They just changed the banner from Black Friday to Cyber Monday. That's funny. Speaking of Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday deals, hey, 25% off the Fun Speculation merch shop ends tonight.
Nice.
Thanks 25 is the code. The graphics on this are absolutely gorgeous. They're still stunning to me. Now, the game, who knows how fun it is, right?
Yeah.
But I think they got the something that's a little unique, right?
Yeah, the look for this, I think alone, especially if you're like a space sci-fi fan, I think this will be a nice playthrough type of game.
Yeah. It seems like it's got an eerie little story to it or something, because it's got like this darkness aspect.
This ends with us.
Good music too. Hey, check out Chorus. Coming very soon on December the 3rd. Let's see how much is Chorus? Is like $40. That's not bad. Not for that game.
No.
Right.
Yeah, I would say for its price point, it may not be like a full 40-hour game, but I
Yeah.
think there'll be enough, fun that be had as far as blowing stuff up and warping through things and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
definitely for me, it's going to be a definite buy.
Our buddy Jasper says this seems closer to Star Wars Squadrons, not as advanced as Elite Dangerous. Yeah, I would say that's
Yeah.
probably pretty accurate. It seems like it's probably more going to be like easier for people to just pick up and play, right?
Right.
But I think it's going to be an engaging story here that I want to find out more about. That's one thing that some of those kind of games kind of miss out on sometimes is like having a worthwhile story, you know.
Mhm.
So if they can get that and make you kind of care about what you're doing, other than just having secondary people talk to you while you're flying around and with little pictures of themselves on the screen, you know, that's literally how we take in almost all of our story in flight games, right? Like you
Yeah.
fly around and there's a little box that pops up with a video of the character and they're just talk and you're ingesting this story while you fly around and it's just endless banter and it can be annoying. I want like cutscenes. I want, you know, stuff like that. So it seems like this is going to have some of that. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got two Switch games. Danganronpa Decadence. A lot of Danganronpa fans out there. So you had
Mhm.
sent me a note, which I forgot what it said, but let's see. You said that.
Yeah, I think the other one, the Danganronpa S, the summer camp one, I think it comes in Decadence, but you can also buy it separately, or at least that's how it appears. Because I think Decadence is supposed to be like either 3 games in one or
Okay.
4 games in one, and then the Danganronpa S is kind of like its own standalone game. So I guess
Right.
it's like either buy the collection or buy the single, the newer summer camp one and stuff.
Yeah. So this is the way. Yeah, it says Danganronpa Decadence is a collection that finally brings the Twisted series to Switch. So I know there's a lot of fans that are gonna be really excited about this because there's a lot of Danganronpa fans out there, period, and bringing the series to Switch on that handheld and everything, I think it's gonna make people happy.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily you know, I'm not gonna say it's not for me because I haven't ever played Danganronpa, right? But I know that there's people that I wouldn't expect to like a game like this that love it, that love these
Mhm.
games. So I've always kind of been actually intrigued and interested a little bit, but never enough to be like, okay, I'm gonna go buy the game, right?
Yeah.
$60 for the collection. That seems like okay. So it says it comes with 3 main titles in the Danganronpa franchise: Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc Anniversary Edition, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair Anniversary Edition, Danganronpa 3 V3 Killing Harmony Anniversary Edition, and it also features the brand new title Danganronpa S Ultimate Summer Camp, a board game style bonus game with all new scenes and interactions between your favorite characters. Okay,
Mhm.
so hey, pretty cool. Any Danganronpa fans out there? If you're watching Tidbits and you love Danganronpa, leave a comment. Tell me why. Why the hell do you love Danganronpa so much? Because I know there's a lot of you.
Yeah.
All right. Like you said, it comes in the other game. Danganronpa S Ultimate Summer Camp. I'm going to see how much this one is because it's included in the other. Doesn't say. So I guess you just can't buy it separately via physical, at least. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
So it might be like digital store only.
maybe, or maybe it's only included in the. I don't know. It says pre order. Like,
Yeah.
but you can't pre-order, so I'm not sure. Interesting. All right. So anyway, that like I said, guys, there's also the other one, Grim Dawn. Um,
Mhm.
Shout out to I can't remember. There's 2 people in the chat that were telling me about it. I know one of them was Geezer, and I can't remember the other. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm sorry. But I do know that they were telling me that it is coming out on December the 3rd, I think. And Grim Dawn, which was a very popular PC franchise, is getting a definitive edition release on the Series XS. And it's going to be include all of like the expansions and stuff. It's never been on console before, I don't think. It's only been on PC. So it's kind of like one of those like Diablo clone type style games, right?
Mhm.
I know there's a lot of fans out there that like that game a lot. So check it out on Xbox if you fancy.
Nice.
Any other games or anything that you can think of that I may be missing, Fuzzy?
Not for this week, but the elephant in the room for next week. We've all gotten a taste of the multiplayer so far, and
it's been
hearing some awesome things for the campaign aspect.
Yeah, the previews are awesome to watch and read from people's perspectives. It has me more hyped, than ever, if that was possible. I don't know. Maybe I've been at max hype for Halo since they announced a new Halo. Like it's just, that's all it needs to be for me is Halo. But that's coming right around the corner, right? A lot of talk, too much, in my opinion. Like, yes, there's issues, progression with customization. They're gonna work on it, get it fixed. Free to play multiplayer game. It's not a huge concern for me because the gameplay is so sick. But one thing it's been true with this game, Fuzzy, is it has been the most talked about game in gaming by far ever since it released.
Yeah.
So,
and you would think with like a Call of Duty and a Battlefield being released at the same time, they would be, crowding the room.
Yeah.
But things like Farming Simulator are beating out Battlefield. Or at least that was one report I saw as far as like a Steam.
Really? Wow.
There was like a Steam thing. Now it may have been like a quick snapshot, probably like at 2 a.m. or something. But Farming Simulator had more active players than Battlefield 2042. But once again, that's probably a very cherry picked timestamp.
Yeah, those timestamps, those things that keep getting shared on Twitter about like Halo's, like, oh, nobody's playing Halo anymore, and it's like at 3:30 a.m. or something, 4 a.m. And you know what I mean? Like, it's these games definitely are all doing well right now, except for comparatively, Battlefield and Call of Duty are not doing as well as they had hoped, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Which, a lot of it's on them, right? And then it's a lot. Some of it, like, I think, just a lot of negativity gets spread around and kind of puts a damper on things, especially with Battlefield here, right?
Yeah.
I think Activision, that's definitely their fault. Battlefield is definitely some of their fault, but also partly, a lot of negativity on that train right now for some, I don't know, some reasons that people like to piggyback off of one another sometimes. You know what I mean?
True. No, I know what my sons, they've actually resorted to playing other Warzone games. Like they've gone back to Modern Warfare and stuff like that. It just seems like it's more fun, at least for them. So, and they're not, I even though I talk to them about like the gaming circle or gaming news stuff, and it's like, they're like, I want like modern day stuff. So Modern Warfare it is. I'm like, okay. But they've been having more fun on that and CSGO, and haven't even
still CSGO
Battlefield 40. Yeah. Well, I think it's like for them, that's their nostalgia right now. One's big into Escape from Tarkov, and the other one is kind of like between CSGO and Call of Duty, but not like, well, their World War II game and Modern Warfare are his main two go-tos. He's kind of iffy about Vanguard, and like I guess he's not enjoying it as much in comparison. But they have access to Battlefield 2042, and they're like, yeah, we haven't even bother touching it. It's not that they don't want to. It's just they've been having so much fun in other games. It's like we'll get eventually around to it.
Yeah.
So it just might be a timing thing right now.
I think it is. I think Halo is kind of capturing the attention, and like people are like, Battlefield is buggy, it's a mess. And then Call of Duty, nobody cares about right now too much, and so it's kind of like interesting. It's just how those two franchises that just launched new games are not the talk of the town when usually when they hit the same. Well, Call of Duty hits every year, but it's not every year you get a Battlefield, right? So usually when you get both of those games, right, launching within the 2-week period, there's like so much conversation and comparison, and like your Battlefield guys and your Call of Duty guys, but now it's like everybody's Halo people, and they're loving Halo and complaining about it all at the same time while ignoring the other two. You know what I mean? It's like, playing Halo, complaining about it, ignoring Battlefield, ignoring Call of Duty. Interesting. I never thought I would see this day come after the last decade of Halo, the way it's gone, but it's come around full circle.
Oh yeah, especially after the 1-year delay from last year. Everybody, I won't say everybody, a lot of people kind of wrote things off like, oh yeah, it's dead now. I think there are a lot of those people eating crow right now.
Yeah.
And considering the campaign, since Battlefield doesn't have a campaign, not that it needs one, but there's, for those that are big into campaign-based games and not as much into the multiplayer, that's about to drop next week. And
yeah,
I think the craziness of people cheering it on is going to pick up again. So there'll be a lot more to talk about Halo. And I think I've said this on other podcasts and with some of the people I game with online. It's like, I think finally 343 can get from under the Bungie shadow. I think this will be their, I won't say their crowning jewel just yet, but I think it'll, at least for those that are like, oh, I wish Bungie was still doing it. I think this will be the time when people are like, you know what, 343 didn't do so bad.
Yeah, they just got to get work on some things, and I think it's going to be a constant battle with that kind of stuff. Also, like, because you're never going to please everybody, right? But ultimately, this is a good thing. Everybody's having fun, right? So it's gonna be crazy when that campaign drops, man. We're gonna have some conversations. I'm sure we will. I'm curious what everybody's opinions are gonna be. Jasper in the chat again. Shout out to Jasper, our fun Poppyian, part of the whole fun speculation family. It says Icarus survival game comes out on the 4th. I have no clue what the hell that is, but I Googled it and brought it up on the screen just so you guys could see what I was seeing. And that was it. It's coming out on the 4th. It's a survival game. It's got aliens and deer.
Aliens and deer. That's a strange combination. Usually you think aliens maybe cows, because there's always like that running joke in like the aliens take over the world type of thing where they're stealing cows or doing weird experiments, but deer, I don't know that.
Yeah, it is. I guess it's like a survival / crafting game is what it looks like. So shout out to Jasper again. Thank you for sharing that. Psychonauts, what's up, dude? I haven't talked to you in a few days, man. Hope you're doing well. Says he doesn't want to go to work tonight. I don't blame you, dude. Work sucks. Halo Infinite will silence most naysayers. Well, hopefully so. We'll see. I'm excited. It's going to make me happy. So ultimately, that's what I care about most. You know what? There's so much negativity that gets spread around out there. I'm sure that we'll get a lot of it coming from that as well. So just being prepared for that is a good thing to do. And just ignore, if you're enjoying it, ignore the noise. If you're enjoying it, ignore the noise. 3-bit, hey, it's gonna be okay, man. I know Halo's gonna be fine. Hey, what's up, Peter? Thanks for tuning in, and everybody. Tidbits was back. It's felt good to do. This was another little shorter show, I guess. but it's good to get my feet back wet doing this now after the last week off. And
Yeah.
thanks for hanging out as always, Fuzzy.
Yeah, this is always fun. It's always good to kind of see some of those gems in the rough that may have slipped under the radar as far as upcoming games and things. And this was a pretty cool week before the the big dog comes out next week type of deal. But some awesome games coming out this week.
Yeah, man. I see you too there, Caper Grant. Shout out to you, man. So hey, Fuzzy, where can everybody find your Felix the Cat thumbnails?
You can find me on Twitter at fuzzy_Belvedere. Same thing on PSN, fuzzy_Belvedere, and Xbox Live. Just drop the underscore. It's fuzzy space Belvedere. You can more than likely find me playing Forza because I live there now. I'm officially moved to Mexico.
Nice.
No, but in all seriousness, it is so much fun. Finally, getting a good collection of cars. Trying to beat some of my rivals. Some are giving me headaches. I know you got like a heck of a long jump on the main festival ramps. I gotta find a way to get a couple of hundred more feet on that one. But man, that game is so much fun. But thanks to everyone in the chat for joining us. Thank you for having me, Mav. This is always fun to do.
Yeah, man. By the way, I keep meaning to tell you this, but Felix the Cat was one of my favorite cartoons when I was a kid. Like
Nice.
I know it was before my time even, but like I would actually go rent the old videos, like
Mhm.
from Blockbuster or whatever, the old episodes and stuff. Like
Yeah.
Felix the Cat was awesome. So
Yeah.
I always love seeing that as your thumbnail. And yeah, Forza Horizon, dude, it's got its hooks in me still. I finally hit over level 100. And the other thing, Fuzzy, is there was this glitch. It just won't let me create a club. I don't know why. I was planning on making fun speculation racing
Mhm.
and inviting the community to join, the club and stuff, but it won't let me. Every time it says there's an error with the server. Every time I try to create one. But I
Yeah.
saw the gracious invite from you to join your club. So I'm part of the Fuzz crew. And
Awesome.
that's what
Thank
we're doing
you.
now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan on holding a car show and street race event sometime later this month, or actually probably since the month is over tomorrow, it'll probably be early next month, like probably this coming weekend. So whenever you guys are feeling ready for Forza, put Halo aside for like a couple hours. Yeah, let's do like a car show. Bring your favorite cars, some of your best paint schemes, whether you do it yourself or one that you found on the showcase and stuff, and have at it on the highway.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, sounds like fun, dude. And I appreciate again everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming back and enjoying the show. See you tomorrow on Xbox Factor Podcast on Deadwolf Barrel Gaming, Mr. Boomstick's channel. For that should be fun. And then, hey, Fun Pop will be back on Wednesday. We got lots to talk about. I finally saw Venom. Saw
Nice.
Hawkeye. Gonna be some interesting topics there. Then Thursday, PM in the PM, we'll be back again. Me and Pong are gonna deep dive on something. Tune in to find out what. Friday, Xbox Ultimate with the Magnificent Seven. Family back again. Just gonna hang out and have a grand old time. And Saturday with FSP with Mr. Fuzzy here and also Key. So looking forward to that. I got a full slate ahead this week. It's gonna be fun. So
Awesome.
see everybody there and see you online gaming. Take it easy. Bye. Bye.
Later.